What's up everyone? Salut tout le monde! On a fait le tirage 50-50 ce matin. We did the 50-50 draw this morning and the winner was Phil, one of our friends. Philippe qui a gagné le 50-50. Son montant s'est élevé à 250. Total was $250, so congrats Phil. And now I've just reset my gym, my camera, all my stuff, and I updated the nice overlay just so that you guys know you're watching me train for the World Championships coming up September 6th to 10 in Manchester, UK. And yeah, I'll be training today. Barbell pin squats, deficit deadlifts, barbell good mornings, rack pulls, definitely rack pulls. And yesterday I postponed to some accessory. I need to redo some accessory work that I didn't do yesterday, which is arm curls. Not really necessary for lifting, but it's still some volume I want to do for my biceps, and some tricep work with these bar skull crushers. Those are two accessories that I normally do on Fridays, but I did my main compounds, my 2 bench, but I skimmed over the accessory work and moved it to today because I was a little cramped up on time. But considering my next bench and accessory work is on Monday, I still have 48 hours even if I do it today, so recovery should be good regardless if I moved it or not. Today I'm going to be trying those are 3-ply sleeves that was provided to me by Iron Haas, or should I say Kurt Haas from Iron Haas Gear and his team and his company, who graciously donated these for as a sponsorship for Worlds to both me and Nat, so thank you. I'm going to be trying these out today with some pin squats. See how it goes. I want to work my stance as I was discussing this with Bryce over his channel on his Form Check Friday, and Bryce reviewed my squat and saying that yeah, you're still losing some tension down at the bottom in the hole. I can feel a hip shift always on my right side, and Bryce thinks this is mainly because I'm losing some tension in my back bracing and stuff. So I'll be trying a narrower stance to keep myself a little bit more packed, and I think this is going to be reflected a little bit more on the pin squats as I have more time to drop the weight, control it, and then start generating more power from the hole, out of the hole. And we'll be trying that and see how these affect also my lifts. So I should be putting these on before my shoes. That's like the #1 beginning rule for powerlifting. So beyond that, our trip is going well. Le voyage s'en vient bien. We've got the funds necessary to buy the plane tickets, and so plane tickets were reserved. We're done, and yeah, hotel reservations are done. I think there's only one detail left, or two. Figuring out insurance. And car rental. What we're going to do actually is we're going to be flying over to London and going to be driving up to Manchester. That sounds like an interesting challenge, especially since we have to drive on the left side of the road, and I have to look up the driving rules, I guess. See what differences there are over there beyond driving the left side of the road. I know that's different. I also will be renting a manual car, like a stick shift, and yeah, at least the clutch is on the same side, so I shouldn't have any problems. But the shifting will be done with my left arm instead of my right arm, which will be weird. But you know, I gladly accept the challenge, and I mean, I always wanted to try and drive on the left side of the road at least once in my life, and we're going there. So I figured, man, pack on some challenges, more. I mean, I'm going to go left, might as well just, you know, add some more challenges to it. So yeah, today will probably be a long training day. We'll try and keep the rest periods as short as they're supposed to be. So 4-minute breaks in between lifts. We're doing 2 reps at 90% intensity, so that shortens the training a little bit because we're not doing like 10 reps. But still, with 2 reps, I want to try and get my pin squat like as high as I can go for 2 reps. So we're probably going to do one set to AMRAP with the weight at 90% and see how far off we are from the 2 reps. So how many reps in reserve basically I have. So I've changed the overlay for my training stuff for with basically the sponsors of our trip over there. Iron Horse Gear provided all the equipment for lifting. Thanks Iron Horse Gear, go look them up. They've got some decent quality stuff, very, very good stuff. Crown Rustproofing, Marc Bertrand also provided some financial support. Resto Bar Le Pirate, which is here in Gatineau on Saint Louis, I think, or whatever. I can't remember the drive them, but that's where Natalie works, and they graciously provided some financial support as well. And shameless plug, my own coaching services. So look me up if you need some assistance in either resistance training or fitness or nutrition. And so, yeah. We'll be starting this session. And I haven't had lunch, so along with the pre-workout, I need to get some protein and some carbs. So I'll just make do with a small protein bar. While I warm up. And I apparently didn't reset the gym after my benching last session. So my bad. Alright, pre-workout is in. It will kick in about 15 minutes. And I forgot my water bottle upstairs. Right, water bottle's in.
Should be ready to start the actual warm-up.
So, set number 1 of warm-up is done. On va partir le workout. Alright, next up, I guess we should go for 135 pounds on the second warm-up. C'est Sherry qu'ils disent. So 135 for 8. Our working weight is 240, so we'll go 185 for the third set of warm up. I think we could do this for like 6. 195. Going up on the bar. 586. Pin squat, baby. That was 185 for 6. Comme troisième warm-up pour les pin squats. Now we're moving on to the real stuff. Heart rate is about 120, 110, and that's where we wanted to be. So on the bar is going to be 240, but I don't like this number because it's an even number, and that would imply CC weight, small 2.5. So I'm going to do 245 because reasons. It's always good to have reasons. So 245, let's load this up. That's 225.
supposed to do this for 2 reps, and I'm going to be using the belt. We're going to be using the belt and knee sleeves and go AMRAP on this one. I mean, I was supposed to do 240 for 2. Again, this is second leg day, so pin squats is kind of a variant to my normal squats on Thursdays. It's meant to try and generate more power at the bottom, because I do have a pronounced sticking point. So we will see if this works out for Worlds. Before I put that on, I should put my knee sleeves on. Whew. Well, that was an easy 6. So what do you guys think? Were those good pin squats? Yeah, they did feel great. So 245 for 6. We are 4 reps above my target. So we'll increase this to 265 and try and do 2 reps. Oh crap. Didn't log this the right place. So 245, 6, 265 for 2 is my next target. That was 294. Really feel the I technically should be able to do this at 4. I'm losing my skin. So that happens when you go in the sun with no sunblock. It is what it is. I have 8 seconds left. Timer's up. We need to increase that to 265. Which means another 10 on each side.
Same weight. Strangely, it felt like one side was heavier than the other. Start again. And a 265 for 4. That brings my 1 rep max to 300. Which is a PR for pin squats. So while I do have more power from the bottom, probably thanks to the sleeves, I still feel like my right side, my right lumbar erectors, my right hip is working more than the other one. This one is like super sore right now. This side is like, meh, I'm not doing anything today. I don't want to work. Screw you. The other one can compensate for me. And this is freaking annoying. So while it would appear that I'm pushing straight, my body is clearly telling me that it's not. We're about to go down. I think I'll increase this to 275. Try. Oh, we do 285. Screw this. I just want to be in a 2 rep range. Yeah, 285 should be bringing me to 2 reps. So let's switch that now because the timer's running. Set up. So 285. 5. We get an extra 5. Size to make 285.
Thanks for the sub. So that was 285 for 2. And a PR of 304. And I probably had one more rep in the tank, which is good because that's where we want to be, with about 1 to 2 reps in reserve. Constantly training at an RPE of 8 plus. So 285 for 2, 304.01 rep max, which is another PR. And we'll leave it at 285 and go AMRAP for the last set. See how many real reps in reserve I have based on 2. after that set, that will conclude the pin squats, and we'll be moving on to deadlift, deficit deadlifts for our second main compound. After that, we got some good mornings, some rack pulls. Rack pulls are a set at 385 for 8 reps. So we'll see how tight our back is on those. And then tonight, I might go to Pirate and have a small beer. I'm actually gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's fine, man. No worries. Yeah, my day's going great. Training's great. You can lurk all you want, man. No worries. Yeah, that's cool. 20 seconds for a fourth and final set of pin squats. We're gonna try and do that for as many reps as possible. Drop the bar and safeties if needed. I'm not gonna put them as tight. I don't need them to be as tight on the squat than I use on the bench. All right, got a little shot here. 4. I don't think I had another one. Get the sticking point on the last one. Still, this is good progress. And we're done with the pin squats for today. But those felt pretty great. I was able to keep control of the damn quads. That's been the bane of my existence. So I think I had a lot more better control over my bracing and keeping the quads engaged as well as the back. Because I got tiny quads, and tiny quads need to be bigger than tiny quads. All right. Fortunately, I don't have a leg press, so I can't force Mari through isolation. But pin squats, the next best thing, other than front squats. All right, 285 for 4 with a new PR, 323. But PR is on variance. It's not what I'm looking for as a power lifter. What I'm looking for is PR on the main squat. Still, progressing on those means I should definitely progress on the other one. That was 323, 1 rep max with 3rd record. Now I'll be changing up for barbell deficit deadlifts. I'm just going to be on the platform. And I need to take off my shoes. And shit. Yeah, those are definitely some 3-ply badassery. And this is my knee sleeve dryer. See that? Perfect. doing good mornings outside of the rack. And then take away this bench. And set the deadlift platform. There we go. And deficit deadlift should be 325. So we get 3 wheels on it. That's 1 wheel. 2 wheels. Moving on 3. 5's gonna need a 5-pounder here. Bar set. Now we're going to set up our deficit with bumpers, bumper plates. Alright, we're ready to go and rock and roll. I don't need to work my grip on this, so I'm just going to use the gloves. What I'm training is my back and the hamstrings. Where is my belt? I'll still be wearing a belt. So technically only doing this for 2 reps. As it's a more challenging lift in a deficit than it is on a regular because of the longer range of motion. So here we go. Most people use the straps when they don't want to work on their grip. I'm using these Cobra grips because once they're on, it's easier to set than having to roll over the wraps and stuff. I don't like the wraps. This is faster. Probably had another one in the tank. But with the deficit, you really want to maintain technique, form, because of your lower back is more in a compromised position. so you don't want too much flexion. I mean, we shouldn't go super all scariness about the flexion, but still, you don't want to go overboard with it either. Those felt decent. I'm gonna try a third rep on the other one. So 321, 325 for 2. That brings us to 346 1 rep max on a deficit deadlift, which my record is 354. If I do 325 for 3 reps, that would technically be a PR. But if I do that, it's just to see how many reps in reserve I actually have at that point in my fatigue. So I'll try a third rep and maybe a fourth. We'll see. It's time to log this. So 325 for 2 reps is 346.6 1 rep max. And we're gonna attempt 325 again if we do 3 reps. Then we have progressed. Then it's gonna be good mornings, rack pulls, a whole bunch of super interesting stuff. After that, I'm gonna go make dinner. What should I have for dinner? Obviously proteins and carbs. But, you know, in terms of food, I could make myself a nice healthy poutine, but then that takes time. And I'd like to take this time to work on the meal plan for my girlfriend Natalie, who needs to lose 8 pounds in 3 weeks to get her goal weight for the weigh-in. So there's going to be an extreme deficit, caloric deficit. I probably go with 25%, and I'm going to make damn sure she gets all her protein in so that she doesn't lose too much muscle or muscle strength. Try and get her all essential vitamins and stuff. All right. "30 seconds till complete utter back destruction." This sounds so ominous. All right, so 325 deficit. On the third set, I think I'll try hooking it. See, I've never actually hooked a deficit deadlift. Let's see what it feels like. Well, that's four. I didn't have, on set 2 I have 2 reps left in the tank. So I'm pretty much on target for that weight. So 4 is a PR. Well, 368.3. Second set, we will go baby gloveless and just do the normal 2, and we'll do 2 for the rest of the set. And stick to the programmed weight and reps. Strangely, I feel pretty strong today, and next week is deload, so I don't deload completely. It's just what we call a volume deload, so we keep the intensity at the same spot, but we reduce volume. So right now I'm doing sets of 2 at 90% intensity. So next week it's going to stay at 90% intensity, so same weights, but I'll be doing just singles basically, because it's half the reps and half the sets. So 2 singles of 90%, half the sets. So it's going to be usually really quick workouts, and kind of lets you feel like you haven't done anything basically. But that's the goal of the deload, regardless the method used, is to reduce fatigue and keep performance, right? So you want to, as you train, performance goes up as well as fatigue, and at some point your fatigue will get to a point where you need to drop this, and you want to drop fatigue, so rest, recover, but you want to keep your performance, you don't want that performance to go down. So keep the intensity the same, just so that your body still uses the same weights, but you do less volume, so it effectively reduces fatigue. That's how it, and I'm doing a deload every 4th week. So 3 weeks training and a 4th deload. That's one of my mesocycles. A microcycle a week, obviously. So every my mesocycle has 4 weeks, and every macrocycles has 4 mesocycles. So basically my whole training program is on a 4-month period. So 16 weeks. Technically, yeah, 16 weeks is 4 months. Sometimes this gets adjusted, shortened, depending on competition dates, because of how my workout program works. Is we're working at lower intensity in the beginning, so we stay in the hypertrophy rep ranges, and we increase intensity all the way up, leading to the taper or strength week, or whatever you want to call it, where we are at 95% intensity just before competition. So we peak basically there, and this has been working well for me for the past 4 competitions. Was it 4? Yeah, no, 3. So I had 9/11 deadlift, barbell assault 6, and nationals, and my 4th competition will be worlds, and that's what it is. So we rang. It's time for the platform, doing 325, and this time we'll hook grip the deadlift. No gloves. Felt okay, but because we're picking it up from lower, the bar wants to roll a little bit more because we're swinging a little bit too much forward, which is normal, but the hook grip did its job, kept the barbell there, and kept it from rolling out of my fingers. Job done. And my thumbs didn't complain too much. I can hardly feel it anymore. I never feel it on any of my singles, which is a good sign. I have yet to miss a deadlift because of grip since I've switched to hook. So that was 2, going back to 346 1 rep max. And we'll keep that weight for the 4th set, but we'll do with the gloves, just focus on maintaining technique and form, not worrying about developing grip. And this will conclude our deficit deadlifts today. And we'll be moving on to good mornings. Forgot to log this set. We'll shave off a minute from whatever timer there is there. should probably move this a little bit like this, so I can see the monitor better. Alright. Got monitor there, monitor there, monitor there, and camera here. It's like super NASA technology. Tomorrow is rest day, and Monday is deload. But I have a few clients coming over, and one of my clients is actually going to be peaking. It's his strength week, and he would like me to monitor his progress, making sure that he is doing singles and safely, or AMRAP. And we'll have to create him a new program. It's only been 4 months he's been on it. Time flies. There's also one of my new clients that's going to be doing his second week of his program, and it's pretty good. And my third client maybe will be coming over on Tuesday and Thursday. Is actually progressing a lot, getting better and better, and he didn't honestly think he would be able to do squats and deadlifts, and he's doing them now, so kudos to him for encouraged to start these lifts. And get on board with a little bit more active lifestyle. I mean, you don't need to do hours and hours of cardio training to get fit. Strength training is usually better for people that are aging or getting a little older, especially to combat sarcophagy. Having a good protein intake as well with strength training can drastically change your life. Past 40, 45, 50, name it, even 70 years old. I mean, your body starts producing muscle when you don't use it. So if you start using it, your body will start putting on muscle, regardless of age. That's how you combat sarcophagy. If you don't want to be in a wheelchair at like 70, then start strength training, man. It's just like even 45 minutes a day or twice per week is going to make drastic changes. All right, so we're doing our last set. We're doing this only 2 reps with gloves. We worked our grip, we worked our AMRAP. Now we're just doing the prescribed 2 and call it a day for deadlifts. This, my friends, is the end of our deficit lift training for today. moving on to good mornings. Further destroy your backs and hamstrings. Alright, how much weight are we supposed to put on there? $165 for 6 to 10 reps, keeping 1 rep in reserve. $325 for 2. And 165 for 8 to 12 reps. We can put the watch back on. For 165. It's going to be a 10 and a 5. Because we can do math. Because strength training doesn't always just train muscles, it trains the brain too to make your own calculations for the weights. Because you have to find a reason for everything. Alright, so we're ready to do our first ready to do our first good morning. There's two ways to do good mornings. You can do it high bar squat, which will prevent you from going any lower. But do it high bar just the same way I do back squat, just because my setup is just easier that way. It feels more comfortable. Which means I am technically able to go a little lower with my back angle. That was 10. Starting to get hot here. Apologize, but I'll have to turn on the fan. This might come up in the mic. So I want to do the missed accessory work I didn't do yesterday, but luckily these two exercises can be supersetted because they're curls and skull crushers, so prime and antagonist muscles. So they're great for supersetting, and which means it's cutting a lot of rest time from the workout. But I still got 3 sets of good mornings to do, 4 sets of rack pulls. After that, doing my 2 accessory work from yesterday, and then go have dinner and probably play a little bit of World of Warcraft. Start playing that again lately after a long period out. This is all thanks to Bryce Botchick, I think it's pronounced, but just my bro Bryce. Yeah.
but I'm nowhere near the level he's playing right now, so I'm just leveling my way through. I'm also like 4 expansions behind, I think, or 6. I might have to buy the latest expansion set at some point, but I'll level until it doesn't allow me to level anymore. But yeah, Bryce, it's all Bryce's fault. Got me interested in World of Warcraft again. But then I managed to convince my friends to play too, so that's a plus. But for them, they're playing on Burning Crusade Classic. So whenever they're not on, I play retail, try and get mine. What used to be a super duper dope Holy Pally, and now it's reduced to level 32 nothingness with some gear, sorry, bad language, with gear that, you know, it doesn't work anymore at all with all the talent changes and all that stuff that's been going on. So there's that. Oh. Oh. Barbell burns are gotta stop wearing tank tops, but they're just so dope. I just can't stop. Yeah, barbell burns are there. Pretty lively. 20 seconds and then that's set. So I did 165 for 10. If I do 10 again on this set, I will probably increase the weight to 175. Because our rep range is 8 to 10, and 10 is top. So, yeah. Let's go! I will put on my wrist straps because my right wrist hurt a little on that one. That's not wrist straps. You don't need to be that tight, you just need to hold the wrist steady. I mean, you don't need to grip the barbell with all that force like we do on the bench. I just want this to support my wrist, not improve my grip.
So I can safely assume that I can move this to 175 and be able to do still 8 reps. For 221 reps. 65 to 10. There we go. It is a pretty chill day. Looks a little hot outside. I'm stuck in the gym. But I'll have a nice beer later on. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna have for dinner. Qu'est-ce que je pourrais manger? Je vais juste faire des filets de tilapia avec du riz et des légumes. Tilapia loins with rice and vegetables. Sounds like a safe bet. Takes like 12 minutes in the air fryer. No cooking oil. Should fit our macros pretty decently. So we still have 2 sets left of good mornings, and I'll increase the weight on this by 10 pounds and do 8 reps because I'm at the top of the range, of the rep range. "20 seconds. 175 for 8, definitely. So yeah, we can work our way up from there. One more set of these, then we'll be moving on to rack bolts. Should probably set that to the right height. Ready? So we got 385 for 8 reps on the rack bolts. Let's see here. Yeah, they're just standard. Wraps. One more set. One more set. Last set of good mornings. That's it for good mornings. We're definitely going to need some more water. But we'll set the 175 for 8. I think that's a 221 wet max. That's it. Then we're doing rack pulls at 385. So 215 plus 70, that's 385. I'm gonna hit the washroom real quick and then I'll be back. Alright, so we're ready to do our first set of rack pulls at 385. And this will require the gloves and the belt. Again, this is my second back and my second leg day in one. And these are kind of accessory exercises to complement my regular bench, not bench, my regular squat and my regular deadlift. So 385 for 8 at least. We're targeting 8 to 10 rep range with 1 rep in reserve. This is accessory work. Whoa. The lats are on fire. Stinging here. So we did 385 for 8. 486.61 rep max. So if you want a great back workout, doing these are excellent because you can't really go into flexion from that point in the range of motion of a deadlift. You're forced to have a neutral spine to activate your lats and everything. So this really works great for upper back, lower back, and your lats. Obviously, you're going to be able to pull more weight with this than you would on the deadlift with the entire range of motion. But if you have a sticking point that's around the knees, right, just put the bar to that level where your sticking point is. Because this will teach your body what your body should be, in which position your body should be at that point in the range of motion. With bracing, you need to have to finish the pull. That unlocked a lot of weight on my deadlift. I'd say it's probably added like 20 to 30 pounds. See, my last record, last year my deadlift record was, in October, was 402.5 pounds, which I did in competition. And now I'm at 441, which was in June, and I'm hoping to get more than that, obviously, for the Worlds. So So we'll see how much I've gained since June. But I've gained 38 pounds on my deadlift, and I've added these as accessory work. Obviously, I have a full pull day with regular deadlifts and pause deadlifts because this helps a lot too with the lower part of the range of motion. But adding rack pulls like this, it's excellent for the upper range of motion and getting your back as tight as you can possibly can and stable. You know, you can't flex the bar out of there with your back. I mean, your back is not in any danger. Your back's in danger from the lowest part of the range of motion, hence the pause deadlift. So if you can hold pause deadlift at the bottom range of motion with your back in neutral position, and work your way up from there, then that's great. But a lot of people will have the bottom part of range of motion okay, and then once they reach the knees, then they're no longer able to lift it up. Basically, their sticking points at the knees. So combining these two will pause deadlifts, and on another day probably work the upper part of range of motion, like the rack pulls like that. That's awesome. Works very great, very well. You can actually feel your back so tight that it feels like it's gonna rip your spine apart. And especially when you drop the barbell and then you release the tension, you're like, holy crap, man. Alright, so that's 3, 5 for 8. We're gonna do another set of this because we just ran. That's another set done. And I need more water. I gotta go get some water. Two more sets and we're done. Hell, today's exercises. Then we're doing the accessory work we missed yesterday. And we go get some water. Whoa. One more set. 2 to go. Ah. That's another set. Starting to run out of fuel. Luckily, there's only one set left of multi-joint exercise, and then we'll use whatever we have left of fuel to do our isolation. So barbell curl or easy bar curl and easy bar skull crushers. This should go like pretty fast. Whew. So since I know I'm talking to myself and there's nobody on the channel, can I answer myself back? Which will prove I'm insane. So Seb will be eating 2 tilapia fillet with some rice and some veggies. for dinner. I forgot to buy relish because I could have made myself some fish tacos, but without having that special ingredient, can't make tartar sauce. So we'll just go with plain tilapia loins, rice, and vegetables. And while we're doing this set at the rest period, I should probably track my food for the day. So breakfast we had Greek yogurt breakfast, the usual. We have 35 grams. We're gonna load instead of 30. And we didn't have any raisins. We did have strawberries, and I think I put 90 grams of strawberries. I did put raspberries in there. 40 grams of raspberries. And I put banana. Put half of one, which is 45 grams. And that was my breakfast. 400 calories. Did have my usual supplements, which are fish oil. And there are calories in supplements. Not all of them, but fish oil definitely has calories. 22 to be exact. Alright, we got our coffees in there. No, we didn't. Fish oil was already in. So, coffee. Coffee doesn't have many calories, but the creamer does, and I use almond milk. So, my coffees are 7 calories each. No sweetener, no sugar, but I do put in sweetener. Then I had a protein bar for snack, and I had a protein bar for lunch. And we'll enter dinner after this set, because we ran. And we're like, we have a minute extra. Last set of those rack pulls. That last one was hard. This is it for our main, well, for all of our big compound exercises for today. We are going to be moving to the 2 isolations or accessory exercises I skipped yesterday, but in my book nothing is skipped. it's just getting postponed, but the work gets done. And then this workout, which lasted 2 hours and 6 minutes, and start another one. For yesterday's workout, which was a push, start, and we're going to move on to the 2 ones that we skipped, which is easy bar curl at 85, easy bar curl at 85 and 70 for screw crusher. So we're going to have to switch weights. This is annoying. 85 for 8, 70 for 8 on the skull crushers. But my guess is we're going to be doing more than that because I trained yesterday the close grip, which doesn't involve the tricep, but it had some recovery. So might be we'll do a little bit more today. Nonetheless, we're doing it. All right. So we're ready for the accessory work. Only 4 sets. Setting, tricep extension or skull crushers. That's 1 set of 4 done. So 85 for 8. Done. Skip rest. 70 for 8. Done. Now we have a rest. This here, 385 for 8. 85, 8. This was done. Then we're doing 85 for 8 here. So 8 here. We're almost done this training session, which will have lasted 2.5 hours. If things continue to go as they go right now. We did 4 sets of barbell pin squats, 4 sets of barbell deficit deadlift, 4 sets of good morning, 4 sets of rack pulls, and now currently doing accessory work from yesterday, which I missed, but I decided to do it today because I was kind of on time, which are easy bar curls and skull crushers, which I'm supersetting because they're antagonist muscles. So this should take me way less time to complete these 2 exercises in superset. And after that we'll be done and we'll go for dinner, take a shower, go to dinner, and play a little bit of World of Warcraft, and then go have a beer on a patio at Resto Bar Le Pirate, which is right here. Woo. All right, I gotta put the weights back on because this is gonna rain in about a minute. Beep. Only 2 more sets. And then we're done. Put the weight back on.
$40 till total bicep obliteration.
One more set. One more. Just one more set to go. One. And we'll have completed the third week of this mesocycle. Put the weight back on for the last set of this training day. We only have one set left for today's training. It was a glorious day. Rest day tomorrow. I can sleep in until like noon. Well, honestly, until noon, but definitely at least like 9 or 10. Take it easy. Do some meal prep for the week. Yeah, complete my girlfriend's meal plans. We should be good for the deload. Brace yourselves, we're going on deload. Worst week of training is when you don't push yourself. It's alright. Always feels like you haven't done anything. But it is what it is. You need to recover. Recovery is important, yo. Fatigue is going up and it's after you. "60 more seconds until I die on the bench." Also, for those interested, I know there's nobody on the channel right now, but still, I mean, somebody watches this after the fact. We are printing t-shirts and tank tops with my motto, my personal gym motto on it. Ain't it cool? Right? Looks pretty spiffy. Die first, then quit. So we're gonna do tank tops like these, except it's gonna be our logo on it. But still, it's Iron Horse Gear that are making these t-shirts, sweet t-shirts for us. It's gonna have t-shirts will have this on the sleeve, this in front, and we're doing tank tops like these as well. So if you're interested, let me know. Send me a DM, and t-shirts will go for 30, and t-shirts will go for 25, and tank tops will be 30. They're sweet tank tops. I like them very much. All right, last set, yo. Last set, then we're done. Let's not die. Because if you die, we'll have to quit. Don't we? Down with it, girls. Thought my arms were gonna rip off. Done with these series. Last set of stroke pressure. And we're done. That was an intense workout. We are done. This was my last set. Two trainings in one today. Well, 1.5. Right? But we still completed everything. We're gonna have to log this on the PC. Included microcycle 43. And we have a nice arm pump. Nice tricep pump too. There we go. Nice tricep pump. Yeah. Whew. So I'm done. I'm gonna go hit the shower. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors for me and Nat to Go the World. Thanks to everyone who donated to our GoFundMe. This concludes Microcycle 43 of my Worlds training. Deload next week. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a live stream. Not much to do. But hey, you never know. I might be coaching some of my clients on Saturday. We'll never know. Other than that, thanks for joining. You guys have a great day. Have a good weekend. And thanks for being with me on this journey. I really appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Take care.